Harry,
Dude,
what's up, fam?
what are you doing?
I'm just talking to some fans, some people, gonna talk about life and
Dude, I love that. I love that you
yeah.
talk to the fans.
Thanks,
You're
man.
really
It's
good. You're a really good guy. It makes me happy talking to you.
oh man, I appreciate it. Tell everybody the music you're making these days and obviously you are an incredible musician, artist. What did you put out recently that you're so proud of?
I just put out a single. It's called "Give Up on Us." I put it out on Friday.
Let's go. So you are obviously like you're so talented, so gifted. You have so many incredible qualities about you. But one thing I love is that you use your platform and to tell a real story, to tell your story, to inspire people. Explain why that's important to people that are watching that have gifts like you have and have talents, and why it's so important to use that gift to help people, because you've
Um,
had a really crazy story. Obviously, a lot of that's public, but just tell people kind of how music has changed your life and how using your platform to help people really is the way to go.
I think just for me, for people who don't know, I had cancer about 5.5 years ago, and they gave me a couple months to live with the cancer. And so for me, taking that and knowing that what do I want in my life and how did I feel, and taking those moments and realizing that I might have a couple months to live at 20 years old, and how do I take that and how do I do something great and how do I leave a mark behind. And I realized I wouldn't have left anything behind if I passed away at 20 because I was so insecure living and growing up and trying to figure out who I am in this world. And then getting sick made me realize what I love to do. And what I love to do, the passion is music. The purpose for me isn't the music. The passion is the music. I think the purpose is to help people. I think the purpose is to make people find their passion, make them feel like they're happy, and make them feel loved, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, for me, taking the pain and taking all the trauma and turning it into music was the easiest way for me because it's not easy to talk about shit. Sometimes it's easy for me to write about it and then express it through song. So I think taking pain and turning it into action and turning it into something that you love, action. So it's like I took it into action, into making music, but you can take your pain and turn it into feeding someone. You can turn it into being a doctor. You can turn it into being an artist and draw something. You can turn it into helping your neighbors. But take the pain that you're dealing with, because we're all dealing with pain and doing something
All
great
of
with it.
us. All these little words that people hear: passion, pain, purpose. Those are three P's. I think you can make a little thing. These are the three P's: passion, pain, and purpose. And find your passion, use your pain, and find your purpose. And I think for you, you experienced this severe sickness, which caused you to, you know, kind of come to the end of yourself in a way of like, I'm looking at possibly, death. And a lot of people don't want to look at death. They don't want to face death. They don't want to even they don't want to know that death even exists. They do, but they just push it to the side because they're scared. They don't know what's going to happen next. And so they're living their life for the second and the moment. And things that happen in the second and the moment, oftentimes you wake up in the morning with regret. You know what I mean? And so I think my with kind of some wisdom that I've acquired over the years of making a lot of dumb mistakes, and is that what is my purpose? Therefore, you have to look at death. You have to look at the fact that we are going to die eventually, and it's a scary thing. And
Yeah.
it's not something that we're trying to scare people, but it's a thought that it forces you to go, because you and I were forced at a young age. Me, because I was doing a lot of drugs, and I was actually so deep into it, and no one really knew that I was, my security was checking my pulse at night to see if I was alive, and so
Yeah.
with that being, and with you with your cancer, not knowing whether, you were going to die or not. And that's kind of what you call coming to the end of yourself. And with that being said, forces you to either give up and just say, well, this is it. I can just, whatever. Or you can say, what was my purpose on this earth? Did I have a purpose? Was there a reason? Or am I just, because, there's a lot of people who don't believe in a God, or don't believe in, they believe in this is all chance. And as
Yeah.
I look at this, you look at this right quick, I'm going to turn this around. You look at the trees, and you look at the sky, and you look at the details of just a leaf, and you look at
Wow.
all that detail right there, and you say to yourself, that was an accident. You look at the lines in your fingers, and you look at all the intricate detail. There's no way that this is a chance, that a bang. It's like shaking up a box of gold, and then a Rolex just pops out
Pops out. Yeah.
instantly. So I think it's just a reminder to people that, we aren't an accident. We do have a purpose, and God will reveal himself to you as you keep looking.